Welcome to Innovations. I'm Ed Begley Jr. As we progress further into the future, we continue to uncover and expose more ways in which our lives are negatively impacting our environment. In order to reverse our carbon footprint and leave future generations with a better understanding of how to live and to sustain our environment, Americans and other nations alike must gain awareness on ways to improve and develop our surroundings.
Like many public infrastructures, most road tunnels around the world are overlighted. This is due to the use of older lighting control technologies' limitations and operators' practice of tunnel lighting.
Tunnel lighting is a safety component inside the tunnel. Most tunnels around the world are overlit because they are designed for maximum sun exposure, dirt depreciation, and light loss factors.
Lighting is the most energy-consuming equipment in tunnel operation. Since most are equipped with old technologies, energy waste is a real problem. With sustainable solutions on the market, it's time to stop ignoring the issue and start controlling energy consumption.
Lighting consumes most of the energy in the Carlin Tunnel. During the day, the threshold or entrance of the tunnel is lit bright so that it matches the ambient light levels on the outside of the tunnel. During the night, it's dimmed down. Any overlighting in the tunnel is considered wasted energy. During the design of the Carlin Tunnel lighting system, we had to make the lights bright enough for the brightest days of the year, usually July or August, when the sun is at its highest. Without a lighting control system to reduce the high light levels, the lights would be too bright, which would be wasted energy.
Using advanced control and monitoring functions, Nyx Hemera Technologies can adapt the light level to the real environmental condition, rather than the worst. This technique allows a substantial energy bills reduction of tunnel operators of 35 to 45%.
Nyx Hemera Technologies is a company based in Quebec City, Canada. We do have a strong experience in power line communication, which is a core technology of the Tunnel Lighting Addressable Control System, TLACS. We market the TLACS system worldwide. We have installations in Asia, Middle East, Canada, United States, and South America.
The company's technology uses the existing power line wires to carry on a communication signal from the lighting control cabinet to each luminary, as opposed to a large group of luminaire inside the tunnel. This allows a precise adjustment of the light level per the real needs based on real-time conditions.
The TLACS system uses power line communication to control and monitor luminaire inside the tunnel. That means that we use the electrical wiring already installed inside the tunnel to inject a signal and communicate from the lighting control cabinet to the luminaire. That allows us to save on control wirings, conduits, and connector inside the tunnel.
The Carlin Tunnel lighting control system has two main light meters. The first is a luminance light meter. It's installed outside the tunnel and emulates the driver's eyes as they drive into the tunnel. It will increase and decrease the luminaire output to adjust for the ambient light levels outside the tunnel. The e-luminance light meter is used to verify that the luminaires are on inside the tunnel and to increase the lumen output of the luminaires due to dirt on the lens and lumen depreciation due to the age of the luminaire.
The TLACS system controls and monitors each luminaire inside the tunnel. That allows us to have more lighting stages as traditional ways. This is important for the user. If you don't have enough light, that will create a black hole effect. If there's too much light, that will create a glare effect.
The Carlin Tunnel in Nevada was the first high-speed rated highway tunnel 100% lighted with LED. They also installed an intelligent lighting control system.
The primary reason that NDOT decided to go with an intelligent lighting control system was to mitigate the high utility demand charges that were part of the existing system. Also, the Traffic Management Center is about a half-hour away from the tunnel in Elko, Nevada, and we wanted to be able to monitor the system without sending a person out to investigate the problem. Finally, we wanted an intelligent lighting control system because of the controllability that LEDs offered, and we wanted to optimize their functionality.
The Nyx Hemera solution offers exclusive features that helps the operators save on maintenance cost and extends the lifetime of lighting equipment.
Some of the exclusive features of Nyx Hemera technology are, first, the use of power line communication. Second, the luminance alternation in two ways, by having the luminaire aging equally and by having an alternate luminaire to take over in case of failure. And finally, the monitoring of the luminance photometer alignment. With globalization, more roads and tunnels are needed. Tunnels should operate at the lowest possible cost and footprint. TLACS answers both of these needs.
For more information, visit www.nyx-hemera.com.